Kaibab Forest on a tour. Holly, Linnell, Moreau. We're looking at an area that's been reseeded. The little trees just beginning to come up about 2 inches high.
Where's the wild raspberry?
Oh, there's
the water's gone.
Yeah, the water's gone. They
When
left.
when it came away, quite a bit earlier.
This is the larger of the 3 lakes.
Yes, this is 4 of them. No, this is not all of them. I have 16.
Oh,
This
you
is
do?
only 4 of the 16. Yes.
We got 16.
Have you? Isn't it nice?
Mostly all girls. We got
We
only
have
4 boys.
we have more girls than boys, but we didn't have a pretty good number of boys.
We lost our oldest grandchild of boys, so we only have 3 living grands.
On the left is the driver of the
Everybody's got their little bad points, but there's good
van
ones out
we're making the
there.
tour with.
We
The
got
old log
one
cabin was
while.
used by ranchers to store
Oh my,
rock salt in,
3 of them revolving.
and used occasionally by cowboys to get out of the weather.
Jolene was, yes, and her 2 sisters.
This is in the Kaibab Forest. This is the van we made our tour in. This is a view of the country around 3 lakes. This is a tree that was struck by lightning last night in the storm that we had. It sounded like when it hit that it was right in the inn or the lodge where we were at. We knocked it over. This is the cabin we stayed in at Jacobs Lake. The door straight ahead is the one to our room. So the door on the left goes into another room and one on the far side. The other part of the room, there are 2 beds in the larger part. There's one in where we were at. This is the type of grove of trees we were in. They were just little short ones. They grow close together. This is looking at the cabin from the other direction, in the south. The door ahead is into where Morton and the girls slept. This is Jacob Lake Inn, lodge and video store to the right here. The window to the right is into the jewelry department, Navajo rugs and such as that. This is where Jolene worked. So you can see there are lots of cars around this morning. The place is busy. To the left here is part of the inn or motel type deal. Ahead is the Forestry Information Center where the tours began, which we did one yesterday. See the stand of timber behind. These are some of the other cabins that are down near the street, service station and so forth. And over to the left is the motel. The girls' dormitory. There's where Jolene has lived the years she's been up here, working each summer. And here in front is a playground for the children who come stay in the cabins and motel. This is some more of the cabins as they are located among the trees. So roll them right along the little street here. Now they're just back in behind about the last two on the right. It's kind of between them and behind the right. This tree here has mistletoe in it. See some right directly in front. It deforms the limbs on the trees and kills the tree eventually. This tree is right by the cabin that we're staying in. This is some of the mistletoe that's growing right out of the trunk of the tree.
You'll have to go talk a little louder into it sometimes, because when we run it off, we couldn't quite hear your voice.
You can see it's right here directly. See it all over the limbs, and they form new limbs to try to get away from it, I guess. But eventually it kills the trees. A little clump of trees across from the back of our cabin. Trees are just about as straight as they can be, and they must be 30 to 35 feet high. Some of them probably even more. Whole group of them there. Only 4 or 5 inches at the bottom, but they taper clear to the top. Some larger ones growing in with them. This probably gives a better perspective of it, the height of those trees. Dad?
Yep.
What'd you do that for? Did you know that's dangerous?
Yep.
You find Jolene?
Yep.
She's still sleeping? Yep, just for a second. This is part of the Coral Hill sand dunes in southern Utah. It's north of Kanab, west of Highway 89.
Anybody want their fingers to get get orange? Have to wipe your fingers off before you touch yourself with a card because you get orange.
There's Holly climbing the top of the hill.
I'm going to go up there.
And there Linnell is starting up the climb.
Probably would depend on my weight, because he says once you've had it gestational, that you have more of a tendency towards regular if your weight's up. So I'm going to get my weight down and keep it down.
There she's just about to the top. There they are. Jolene starting up the hill with the baby.
Jolene, turn around and show Kelsey's there too.
Yeah, that's Kelsey.
Okay, should I close these doors?
Yeah.
Oh, I better check the bottle or we'll have it boiling.
Uh-huh. Perhaps just unplug it for the time being. There's Mom starting up.
Holly and Linnell are telling Grandma, go Grandma, go!
Yeah, go Grandma, go.
Now my turn.
Yeah, get over a little bit to your right.
Right?
Uh-huh. There, I can get you in the picture and them too. I can get you and the rest of them in the picture. Now we got Marnie going up the hill. Go on up, Merle. Go on up.
You better be careful, Elmer.
I will. Well, go on up so I can come. There, they've made it. View from the top of
No, this
one of the
isn't-
dunes.
This isn't what we saw. We just walked out from level ground among it. There were just rows.
Remember, they're
and rows.
littler than you and your friends. I meant shorter.
I'm getting all this.
Oh, 3 girls on their
You're
back.
getting his panting and puffing too.
We got 3 girls on the back of Holly's and Linnell's shirt, and there's 3 girls.
Okay.
beginning.
It's just going to be a panoramic view of
Watch this.
the whole thing. There's Merle's head right there. Through the knot formation from the
Here's
sand
Kelsey.
dunes directly across is solid rock
This may be
ledges.
Probably am too. I'm not. I've already caught my breath, but he hasn't. But you've been up here longer than he has too. Get over here, what?
So that I don't get your head in on it again.
Elmer, your heart's just a thumping away.
It's better.
Oh, I know it's better, but it's...
Jolene and Linnell, Holly coming back up the hill now. Getting to kind of a steep place over there, it looks to me like.
Looks like deer footprints. Looks like footprints of deer.
Could be.
Well, I've got 3 deer over there.
Down there.
Here's off to the other side of the dunes.
More work getting up than it would be just standing. We'll have to show all these too when we get back.
There's our car down below. Now,
Well, no, we were meaning to get the 3 of you. You can't do it if you take the picture.
With my camera, I would have had to take
That
one of
sagebrush
you
looks
and
blue.
then get the pictures, staple them together.
Jolene and the girls are going to run down the hill.
Look at my shoe. Wait, no, it's right. Hands over the
Ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
If you're gonna fly.
I have to empty my shoes.
Made
out.
it.
Sit down.
This is a tree that was struck by lightning the night we got here to Jacobs Lake. The lightning hit it, just really shook the lodge. You can see pieces that have fallen down. Through clear over into here. Pieces there. Piece laying on the ground there. And that's part of it that fell over in that direction. The main part of it is on down that was thrown away when it exploded. Another one there, some there, more down here, as well as these over here that I showed before. It really split that tree. Black spot there
Yeah.
where on this clean piece of wood, evidently it must be where the lightning struck first. The one I was just showing, and the bottom side of it is black, like as if it had been hit. And
Because see,
the
look
limbs are all charred, a lot of them. If it hadn't been raining, it would have probably have really had us a forest fire started here. And right here that runs right down the fork there, right down the side of the trunk. Looks as though the lightning must have just traveled right down the side of the trunk.
Here's some.
See that line on the trunk there? Where it see where Linnell pointing there.
Let it right to the ground.
Yeah, just follow right down. And don't know what caused it here, this particular point, or the force of it pushing knocked it over. Here's some more debris over here to this side. This is different than what the other, so it threw stuff 20, 30 feet each way from it when it was struck and splintered. Taking pictures of all that. Merle? Merle? Now that's it. Jolene, you'll go a little to your, well, that's all right. Morning mood. Get all three of you in on it. Crack right down the tree where it splintered all the way to the ground. And it scattered debris all over the area. And the pieces way over. It, it scattered. It's been recorded. Just look up at the...
You need more light?
No, this is fine.
Okay. He looks more like Gale than I've ever seen him look.
Can you yell at me? Not very loud, huh?
That's it.
That's about the way you can go.
You can talk pretty good, and other days
Yeah.
you just can't.
Just good days and bad days.
But at least he can walk around a little bit.
That's good. That's
Vern
what,
and Mel were down here. A week ago. Gosh, yes, it was just.
Don't make that much difference on this stuff.
you're skinny as a rail, but you're looking good.
My skin, what?
You're skinny as a rail, but
But I don't know whether I gained any weight or not.
doesn't look like it.
But I had one time when I was weighed, I gained 3 pounds.
Well, I lost 3 pounds this last week. With Glenda in bed and
Hey, that's a
no. Well,
Look this way.
go by. You've got it again. Oh, I shouldn't have been laughing so loud. We should have heard it. Oh, they just oohed and awed. I've never seen a place so clean and nice. I've never seen a place for sale so nice. That's what made us feel good.
people don't clean up places on this.
Evidently not like we had. We had professional come in and do the walls and ceiling and.
Golly sakes.
Well, I know it was dirty, and Wally, in mobile homes, they have these panels, you know, in the ceiling, and they'd come down. Well, they're on like a little rafter, you know, and they're nailed into that. Well, they'd loosened, and Wally just, he wasn't handy like Alvin or Elmer.
Wonder how come he